That's half the fun of DJing, is getting on stage and being like, all right, what's wrong today? Or how can I fuck this up? I'm great. I'm so excited to be in France, in Paris. It's my third time playing in Europe, first time playing in France, but I'm so excited for tonight. I'm a little nervous, but I'm more stoked than anything. I made a bunch of edits of like French rap songs, and they're probably gonna be horrible, but they're probably gonna be awesome as well. And tonight's the first time I'm playing the whole new EP I just finished. It'll be out in 3 weeks, like beginning of November. I'm really excited to see the reaction. This is the best crowd to test it. I saw the venue earlier, like everyone's going nuts. Never say die. Bien sûr. I started producing when I was like 17, and I'm 25 now, so about 8 years, and I've been taking it seriously for about 4 of those, about half of it. I didn't really have a name before, and I was making a bunch of music, and I didn't know what to do with it or where to put it out. I'd been making music for like 4 or 5 years, and I was like too scared to put it out, but I started just going online. I actually did like a random name generator, and it would give me like different fake, like kind of fake, but kind of real words, and it gave me Effin, E-P-H-I-N. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's like Effin, like slang. And then I looked that up and no one had it. I was like, oh, it's perfect. Like it's stupid, it's dumb. I'm stupid, I'm dumb. We'll just run with that. It is so random. A lot of months are great, a lot of months are horrible, but a lot of times I try to just find new music that's way out of my comfort zone. Like right now it's a lot of like indie alternative pop music, which is, I would say, like the exact opposite of dubstep, which is kind of like refreshing. You just get something that you've never heard before. It's like super melody focused, the production's simple, and I like that a lot. And I used a lot of those ideas for my new EP. It's just simple ideas that like take really heavy turns, and I just try to focus on like simple structure. Yeah, a lot of my new music's been like super indie inspired. Hard to explain, but it makes sense in my head. Honestly, a lot of my inspiration is like going on Spotify and going to like my Discover Weekly and seeing new tunes that pop up, so I can just steal a chord progression or go listen to some super old 80s like random rap that I've never heard and just take that vocal and make it sound like it fits in like a dubstep or bass music world. A lot of my ideas are like very super contrast in my head, where I have something way over here and something way over here, like house and like tear out, and like let's see if I can like crush those together, or like drum and bass and like 90s like European like trance, and let's see if I can just like smash those together. A lot of my favorite ideas are just smashing a lot of genres together and seeing what happens.
What you say to me, bitch? What you say to me?
Throw all your inspirations together. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Make as much music as you can, learn your software, and do it all with your friends, because that'll make it so much more fun. If you're just with your friends and you're having fun, it'll be way less stressful than me at home alone for 2 months making an EP and, and not knowing where it's going. This is funny. So my first show ever as Effin, I got booked to play at Boots House in Germany, and I was terrified. And I went out and was like playing my set, played like maybe 3 minutes of songs, got on the mic. It was pretty rare where the mic was plugged into the mixer. I got on the mic, set up something, put it down, and the booths were so loud, I left the mic completely on, and you just heard the room just feeding back into the mic. It was like full echo. There were these German guys over in the corner. They were like, they had told me before, we just got this new sound system, like it's gonna sound crazy. Sounded so good, but they're looking at me like what the fuck, like what is going on? And I'm looking at them and I'm like, I have no idea, because I was so nervous. I was just trying to focus on mixing. And maybe 20 minutes later, I look down and it's just like talk on. And I turned it off and the whole crowd was like, yeah! And I'm like, oh, well, that was great. So I walked off stage just like furious. But also, I mean, it was also the best moment ever. It's like, that's half the fun of DJing, is getting on stage and being like, all right, what's wrong today? Or how can I fuck this up? Dream collab. So tough. Probably like all-time dream collab would be Fergie, and then also Company. But obviously I've already collabed with him, so it was a dream and now it's a nightmare because I mean, yeah, well, he's Company. Imanu, I met in my first show ever in Switzerland, or second show ever in Switzerland. But now he's the biggest upcomer in the world. His stuff is amazing. Scheme, Neuro Tech, drum and bass producer I found. He's super fire. ISOXO, I'm in love with his stuff. Knock 2, Night Punk, gotta shout out, his stuff's super fire. A lot of those guys are like just as big as I am now, just because their music's so fire that they've just been like cranking like crazy. I'm listening to those guys a lot, and they're super inspiring. A new EP out November 5th. It's called Distress EP. I'm really excited about this one. It's like a huge switch up from the past 2 EPs I've done with Never Say Die. It's a lot of what I was talking about, like a lot of genre contrast, a lot of tempo changes, a lot of stylistic changes. It's definitely some of my favorite stuff. It's all over the place, but it's like all of me. It's all smashed together. It's called Distress EP, which is like, if I want to get nerdy, it's like distortion, DIST, and then resonance, RES, is like distress. So I kind of combine like those together. That was a lot of the production technique. I'm just like slamming a lot of high peaks, a lot of resonance into hard distortion, and making weird sounds out of that. So I'm stoked for this EP. I hope you guys like it too. So the visual brand has been like, kind of 2 years ago, we started taking this direction, and I saw this picture of a trash can with flowers in it, and the trash can was like the vase. I was like, oh, that's funny. Kind of what I was talking about with like really high contrast, like making something beautiful with something shitty, or something kind of like almost ironic like that. And we kind of went for this super collage appeal with like a lot of pinup kind of stylistic graphics from maybe like in the US early like 30s to 50s, and then smashing them together with like tentacles and flowers and super dark stuff, skulls. The graphic designer, he goes by AM 2.0 on his socials. He's amazing. I love this sort of new style we've been going with. I'm gonna keep running with that in different mediums. It's definitely sort of this like kind of collage art where you're just kind of taking a lot of different eras of styles, putting them together, and I try to like mimic that with the music as well. I feel like the sandwich is done. We've got bread, beef, cabbage, lettuce, onion. What else? Cheese, drugs. If you're into that, if you're into the little mushrooms on the sandwich. That kind of came out of me doing a song called Lettuce. That was the first one, and all the comments were like, they're super funny, and I kind of end up running with it. I would do like cabbage next, and then they're like, what is Effin making? Like, is he building like a soup or like a salad, like a sandwich? So I just kept doing it. And then we ended up kind of finishing it out. And now people have like Spotify playlists where it's like bread, beef, cabbage, onion, and then bread at the bottom again. So it's like a full sandwich. I think it's fucking hilarious. Maybe the sandwich era is done. Maybe it's not. We'll see.
What?
The next EP is Dinner for Two, Damsel, Takeaway with Odd Profit. That's one of my favorites. And the last one is called N2K, and that one's a little bit different, but also one of my favorites. I've never had an idea of what my music wanted to be. It's always just me sitting down and making what feels comfortable to me, what I want to do. Maybe that could be a bad thing of like never sticking to a style, but maybe it's a good thing of being more like versatile. But I don't really care about either of those. I just like sitting down and making like something super weird or something that's just straight up pop. As long as it's fun for me, as long as I enjoy it, I'm gonna put it out, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. The whole time, it's been bangers to halftime, drum and bass, like house on the new EP. I'm gonna keep making different styles, and I hope you guys kind of see like the effing in all of that. Just me effing around, I guess. Sanjo, go fuck yourself.